Hi there, Chris with Too Tall Design here, and I just want to spend a few minutes talking about some things that I feel like we should pay attention to in the upcoming year when it comes to digital marketing for our local businesses. This is me and my family, and just a few pictures over the last year or so. In the bottom right hand corner is me standing with a longtime friend and a good client, Steve Weisbrod, the owner of Spa Place. So, like I said, it's that time of year to kind of take a look at the road behind us and the road ahead of us and see where we're going and what we need to be doing for the upcoming year in terms of our marketing. First thing I want to talk about is web hosting. We are at that time when it's time to renew web hosting for the upcoming year. We kind of think of it like a lot like our heart. It does its job, and as long as it's doing its job, we're really not thinking about it. Whenever it messes up, then it's really, really, really important. So we offer two levels of hosting. In the past, maybe we phrased these a little bit differently. But we have just like a regular website hosting, and then a premium website hosting. All of our e-commerce sites are on a premium website hosting. So I want to talk a little bit about website security and how that affects website hosting. There was a report by Sucuri in 2016. Sucuri is a website security company. There are over 1 billion websites on the web. A third of those websites are powered by 4 key platforms: WordPress, Joomla, Drupal, and Magento. The only reason I mention technical things like this, WordPress, Joomla, Drupal, and Magento, is just so you understand of the 1 billion websites, 300 million of them are running what we call a CMS, and WordPress has over 60% of that. So there are somewhere around 1.5 million websites that are running WordPress. The reason for running WordPress the reasons for it are many. That has to do with the flexibility, extensibility, robustness of the platform, as well as cost factor. Security's report in 2016 said that over 50% of the websites that they took a look at they had stuff that was out of date. All right, and over 50 million website users have been greeted with some form of warning whenever they visited a website that was either trying to steal information from their computers or install malicious software. And that is the result of having a website that has software out of date and gets hacked. Google currently blacklists close to over 20,000 websites a week for malware and another 50,000 a week for phishing. There are 3 major CMS platforms, and again, CMS stands for Content Management Systems. And again, don't want to bog you down with a lot of technical detail, but WordPress, Joomla, and Magento are the most effective. And the reason they're most effective is not because they're less secure, but because they are more used than other CMS platforms. And also the fact of improper deployment, configuration, and overall maintenance by webmasters and their host. In the past, the way we dealt with this when we built the company's website was we just let it go. We offered a maintenance package to customers and strongly encouraged them to use us to maintain their website, and most customers, a lot of customers took that option, but there were a number that did not. And so it led to some issues, and we'll talk about that a little bit more in a minute. So WordPress is the leading open source CMS platform on the market, and it is the most adopted by businesses of all sizes. In security, you can read the full website report online. So because of the fact that most of the hacking comes from out-of-date software, what we have done is, with our basic hosting package, we are including software updates. The WordPress core and the WordPress plugins have to be updated. And again, the only reason I'm burdening you with the idea of the word WordPress is just so you know your website is built on WordPress, it runs on WordPress, its software and that software has to be kept up to date. We keep our server software up to date, and then we keep the website software up to date as well. And this will prevent most of the issues with malware. Then you also run security scans on the websites to see if they're safe. Okay, this is kind of what it looks like whenever you're logged into the WordPress admin, and you can see that there are, with this particular screenshot I took, WordPress, the core software itself needed to be updated to 4.9. WordPress updates very regularly. There have probably been almost 50 updates of the software in the last 18 months. Anytime the core software gets updated, then the plugins, which all a plugin is an app that runs on WordPress. So if you think of it in terms of your computer's running Windows, or if you have a Mac, your computer's running Mac OS, and then you have programs that do specific things. For instance, if you use Microsoft Word, you use that for word processing. So you can see in this example here, the layer slider runs the slideshow that goes on the home page. This page builder is a visual page builder, allows elements of the page to be manipulated. And then there's an SEO plugin that does some different SEO functions. So all of those need to be updated in order to keep the website up to date and secure. This is what it will look like if Google runs across your website and determines that your website could be hacked. In the search results, it will show this message: this site may be hacked. Before people even get to your website, they will probably skip it once they see this site may be hacked, and not go to the website at all. So this is a deterrent of traffic to the website, and of course it's even worse if they were actually click on this and go there using a Google Chrome browser or another browser that sets up a security alert and won't let them go there unless they acknowledge that they know what they're doing is dangerous to them. So we run security checks to make sure that the site is clean. 3 reasons for people to hack websites is drive-by downloads. If you go to a website that's been hacked, they download stuff to your computer and then use your computer to do other things that they wanted to do, or to gather information from your computer. The second thing they do is traffic redirect. So if you're going to go to that carpet cleaning website, instead of going there, they're going to redirect you to some other website where they get paid for that traffic. And the last one, and this is the biggest reason why we have instigated a tighter regimen for keeping websites up to date, is spam. They will use the email server that's built in with your web server and send out thousands and thousands of emails a day. So of course, if we have one website that gets hacked and is sending out thousands of emails, it affects every other website that's on that server because it slows the server down. But also, if the IP address that is shared gets blacklisted, then mail from another person's domain gets blacklisted, even though they're not part of that same domain. And if you need a little more explanation of that, feel free to give me a call and we'll explain it in more detail. So the basic web hosting comes with automatic WordPress updates and automatic, and we do security scans to make sure to try and make sure the website stays clean. The difference from basic web hosting to premium web hosting is we use a host that is fast. There are 3 reasons for the speed. One is the hardware. It's on faster, better hardware. The second is it's tuned for WordPress. There's no other software running on these servers. It is just designed to deliver WordPress websites. And of course, the big thing is there's no email on this server, so nobody can send out thousands of email messages. Email is something that needs to be handled by a third party. I highly recommend G Suite or Office 365, but there are other third-party email vendors out there, and that email processing, it can be handled by a different server that's not handling your website. Also includes nightly backups. Backups are hugely important in case you do get hacked, to be able to go back to a clean backup and restore it faster, get you back online and up and running faster. The servers are built more securely. They have a whole host of firewalls and other preventions in place to prevent being hacked. And the premium hosting comes with free malware mitigation. If for some reason the backups and everything that we do to keep the site secure does not work, something slips through, then we clean it up for free. And then SSL is also included. And you'll see I've got asterisks here next to blazing fast speed and SSL being included. And let me talk about those. Google recommends data protection is by far the biggest advantage of HTTPS. Data protection means that whenever this data is rendered on the server, it is encrypted and sent across the internet so it can't be intercepted. The HTTPS was vital, is required whenever anyone is using, doing e-commerce and their credit card numbers and stuff are going back and forth across the internet. But what we have found is that in a test between HTTP, that's just regular old how most websites work, and HTTPS, the secure version, the unsecure version of the page loads 334% faster. So the protection is important, it's faster, and Google says that they give preferences and rankings to sites with an SSL. So another great reason to upgrade to premium web hosting. Google has also said that they will be including mobile page speed in the upcoming mobile first indexing change. Now, we've talked in a video earlier this summer about mobile first, and we'll talk a little bit more about it, but if we haven't talked to you about, you haven't talked to us about your website being mobile first, we need to discuss it. I'm going to talk about a couple of things about mobile first here in a minute. Website maintenance. So we have 3 website maintenance subscription packages. We have an economy, a standard, and a plus. An economy is 3 tasks per month, standard is 6 tasks per month, plus is 12 tasks per month. We have a lot of customers who constantly update their website. They run ads, they have coupons, they need new pictures or whatever on their website, and we do those for them. But what you say, what if I don't do a lot of updates to my website? Then we have other options for you. You know, obviously we can do the regular change, add, subtract content, which is text and images, to existing pages and posts. If you have ads, you have specials, you have news, you have coupons, press release, somebody does a news article on your business, all of that stuff can get added to the website. We can also do some light on-page optimization for you. We can optimize pages, we can optimize images, and we can do citation building, which is really, really important. If you have any questions about optimization or citation building, feel free to give me a call and we can talk about it more in detail. So pick a package, the 3, the 6, or the 12 tasks a month. You commit to a year contract with that. We'll run an audit on your site and give you some ideas about where to improve if you don't have a whole bunch of stuff that you want to add or change to your website. So what else should we be focused on? Reputation. Right. Reputation is absolutely the most important part of your marketing. It has to be, you build trust. People do business with people that they know, they like, and they trust. There's a guy named Ivan Misner who has come up with this saying of visibility plus credibility equals profitability. So if you're visible, people can find your business online, then they need credibility. Credibility is built with a great website design first, and also with reviews. Mobile first. The site needs to be organized around the fact that people will visit with their smartphones, and they need to be able to touch the different places, to go places in your website easily. So you don't want your links crowded too close together where their fingers might touch 2 targets at the same time, 2 different links. And then I recommend video. Video needs to be on every page of your website. Let's talk a little bit more about reputation. Brand new report just came out. I just saw it today. It says more people are now happy to visit or contact a business directly after reading a positive review. What this means is they're not even going to the website. They are going straight to touching with the business, whether it's a call or going straight to the business after reading reviews. So having the right reviews in place is absolutely crucial to increased business for your business. The trustworthiness of review profiles has increased over the last year. People are trusting online reviews. And reviews are also now the second biggest ranking factor when Google takes a look at them. They are considering the amount of reviews and the quality of reviews and assigning a ranking to this assigning part of this to the ranking algorithm. So how you rank is going to depend on your reviews. Again, let's have a conversation about this if you have questions. Your website needs to be responsive. Most of my customers, we've had a conversation about this. This has been something that needed to be done for the last 3 years. If you do not have a mobile responsive website, it's definitely time to upgrade. If you do have a responsive site, we need to take a look at how your content is organized. There are no more drop-down menus. You need to have 5 simple choices, at most 7 choices in your main navigation. And say you're a plumber and you have services, 6 different services, drain cleaning and tankless water heaters and different things like that. So when you get to the service page, then you offer them those options. We're going to develop a funnel and move the customer, because not all your customers are looking for the same type of service. And the last thing is the size of tap targets. So, again, links can't be too close together, so people, when they're fat fingering your website, don't accidentally get frustrated because they're not able to get to the information they want to get. If you have any questions, please call me at 417-429-1179. Thank you so much for your time and attention. I love you. I appreciate you. I'm looking forward to hearing from you.